Now I'm going to explain the types of redox reactions. The heading here is types of redox reactions. How many types are there? There are 4 types are there. The first one is known to be combination redox reaction, combination reactions. Second one is known to be decomposition reactions. Third one is known to be disproportional disproportional reactions, as well as fourth one is known to be displacement reaction. Four main types are there: combination, decomposition, disproportional reaction, as well as displacement reaction. Now I'm going to explain one by one. The first one is known to be combination reaction. What is the meaning of this? See the term combination. What it indicates? When A that combines with B, and it's given as to AB as the product. AB combined and gave AB as the product. This is known to be combination reactions. Even this combination reaction also called synthesis reactions. Why? Because new compound is synthesized by using combination reaction. Remember one thing, here it consists of one condition. What is that? Here A or B or both A as well as B must be in elementary form. Or elementary state. For example, elementary state, it may be for sodium, it may be Cl2, it may be I2, O2 or P4, S8. These are all comes under elementary form. Elementary form means what? Purest form. Or in other words, I can say that it may be the element which is in the bond formation with itself. Cl2, I formed bond with I2, O formed bond with O2, P4, S8, like that. That is also known to be purest form. See here, Mg that reacts with O2 and is giving rise to MgO. Is it balanced? No. MgO 2 times, but here only 1 time, so I have to write here 2. Now see that magnesium, it is in elementary form, so oxidation number is 0. For oxygen, it is also in the elementary form, it is 0. Here alkaline earth metal having oxidation number equal to +2, as well as this oxygen is -2. One concept says that increase in oxidation number is known to be oxidation, as well as decrease in oxidation number is known to be reduction. Okay, now see that Magnesium, which is in 0 oxidation state, and here is +2 oxidation state. 0 to +2 oxidations number increased, hence increase in oxidation number, and that is known to be oxidation. As well as 0 to -2, 0 to -2, that means oxidation number is what? Decreased. Oxidation number is decreased, therefore it is a reduction. We can see red and ox, redox reaction. So this comes under combination reaction. Or I can give another example also. Mg that combines with nitrogen and giving rise to MgN. Mg valence is 2 plus, right? Have to write here 2. Nitrogen valence is what? 3 minus, therefore have to write here 3. Is it balanced? Mg3, 3Mg. Now it is balanced. What about oxidation number? For magnesium is 0, nitrogen 0, because in elementary state it is 0. For magnesium +2, N for this one nitrogen have to write -3. So 0 to +2 increase in oxidation number, oxidation. Similarly 0 to -3, and that is known to be reduction. That is known to be reduction form. This is all about the combination reactions. Next one is known to be decomposition reaction. That is what second one. Decomposition reaction. In general, AB is the product which undergoes decomposition, or I can say breakdown, and giving this to A plus B. Give it to A plus B. In this case also, whatever the product formed now, it may be A or B or even both A and B must be in elementary form. What is the example for that? HgO. When you break this HgO, what we are getting? Hg plus O2. Balance here. Fine. Here Hg value 0, here 0 because it is in elementary state. Here -2. For oxygen it is known to be -2. Then what about this one? This is +2. So you can see that Hg +2 to 0, +2 to 0, that is what? Oxidation number decreased, hence oxidation number decreased means it is known to be reduction. Similarly -2 to it turns into 0, and this increase in oxidation number, and that is known to be oxidation, hence red ox. This comes under decomposition reaction. Remember, decomposition reaction is opposite of combination reaction. If you know combination reaction, you can easily explain decomposition reactions. But one more thing I have to tell you, not all decomposition reactions considered as redox reactions. For example, if I take example of calcium carbonate, when I heat this one, I am getting calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Calcium oxide as well as carbon dioxide. Now see that here oxidation number on calcium 2, alkaline earth metal, carbon and oxygen is -2. For calculate for carbon, how to find out? Carbon is what? X, right? Here calcium is what? 2. 2 plus X, then plus 3 into oxygen value is what? -2 equal to 0. 2 plus x minus 6 equal to 0, and here x minus 4 equal to 0, and x equal to plus 4, hence plus 4 on carbon. Now see that one, in this case plus 2 minus 2, here minus 2, whatever is carbon, let us calculate x plus 2 into minus 2 equal to 0, x minus 4 equal to 0, therefore x equal to plus 4 on carbon. This is also an example for decomposition reaction, but it is not redox reaction. Why? Because you can see that calcium plus 2, it is in plus 2 oxidation state, here also plus 2, carbon 4 to 4, oxidation number same, minus 2, there is no change in oxidation number, definitely it is not comes under redox reactions. Third one is known to be disproportional redox reactions, right? Disproportions redox reactions. This is little unique type of redox reactions. Okay, what happens, you know, the reactant species, any one of the reactant species which undergoes simultaneously oxidation as well as reduction. What is the meaning of that? Let me give example here. H2O2 is giving rise to H2O. What it gives? H2 plus O2 gives rise to H2O plus O2, isn't it? Plus O2. H2O plus O2. Is it balanced? No. Now it is balanced. 2 into 2, 4 hydrogen, 2 into 2, 4 hydrogen, 2 into 2, 4 oxygen, 2 plus 2, 4 oxygen atoms are there. Now see this carefully. Hydrogen is plus 1. Okay, here it is minus 1 for oxygen. How? Because let me calculate for oxygen here. For hydrogen is what? There are 2 hydrogen atoms are there. 2 into value of hydrogen is what? 1 plus 2 into oxygen value we don't know, it is what? X equal to 0. 2 plus 2x equal to 0. 2x equal to minus 2, x equal to minus 2 by 2, and that is equal to minus 1. So this is what? Minus 1. In this case plus 1, minus 2, and here 0. See this carefully. Oxygen, it is available in 3 different oxidation number. First one is oxygen in minus 1, then in minus 2, then in the form of 0, minus 1, minus 2, and 0. So minus 1 to minus 2, oxidation number, what happens? Minus 1 to minus 2, decreased, isn't it? It is decreased, therefore it is known to be reduction. And minus 1 to it turns into 0, that means oxidation number increased, and that is known to be oxidation, isn't it? Now see that the element, the reacting element, right, reactant part, the element which simultaneously means what? Altogether, okay, simultaneously undergoes oxidation as well as reduction, and that is known to be disproportional reaction. Remember one thing, one of the reacting element must available in 3 different oxidation state. In this case we know that oxygen is available in minus 1, -2 as well as 0. 3 different oxidation numbers are there. Then only we can expect disproportional reaction. Fourth one is known to be displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. See this word carefully, displacement. If X that reacts with Y and Z, this X replaces Y and is giving rise to XZ plus Y, and this is known to be displacement reactions. There are two types of displacement reactions are there, namely the first one is known to be metal displacement reaction. What is that? Metal displacement reactions. Another one is known to be non-metal displacement reactions. First, I will explain this one. Metal displacement reaction means metal is displaced. Example, aluminum that react with chromium oxide. So we are getting Al2O3 plus Cr. See this carefully. Cr2 is there, but here only one Cr. Let me write here 2. Then aluminium 2 here, that means I have to write here 2. In this case what happens, aluminum is replacing chromium, and this is known to be a displacement reaction. Another example here is when zinc that reacts with copper sulfate and is giving rise to zinc sulfate plus copper. See this. What happens? The zinc displaces copper, and we are getting zinc sulfate as well as copper. The displacement tendency or property is decided by metal activity series. In the metal activity series, the elements which are placed at the top, which replaces or displaces below element. I just have to compare copper as well as zinc. It's clearly, I already mentioned that reducing tendency of copper is more than that of zinc. What is the meaning of that one? That is, copper in +2 state takes 2 electron and forms copper. See this one, copper which is in +2 state, and he has given us to copper which is in 0 oxidation state. That means +2 2 which turns into 0, decrease in oxidation number, hence it is known to be reduction. That means copper is eager to take 2 electrons compared to zinc. Hence what happens, the copper here in this case it is in +2 oxidation state, and that turns into 0. How it is possible? By taking 2 electron. Who gives that 2 electron? That is zinc. See this carefully. Zinc, it is in 0 oxidation state, which is giving rise to ZnSO4. Here it is +2. When it is possible? By losing 2 electron. That 2 electron taken by copper, 2 plus ions, and is giving rise to copper. Okay, based on this activity series we can decide which element displaces. B is non-metal displacement reaction. non-metal displacement reactions. See this term non-metals. Non-metal like hydrogen, Cl2, like that, N2, many are there non-metals. Most of the cases what happens, hydrogen gas is displaced, and sometimes even halogens also. Now we'll study about this non-metal displacement reactions with 5 different subheading. The first one is what? Active metals. Active metals displaces hydrogen from cold water. For the first point, the active metals displaces hydrogen from cold water. Whenever we add active metal to cold water, it immediately displaces hydrogen. For example, if I write sodium here, the sodium plus water, and is giving rise to sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Sodium displaces hydrogen, so it's known to be non-metal displacement reactions. Here also you can see that the change in the oxidation number 0 for sodium because it is in the elementary state, hydrogen is +1, oxygen is what, -2, here +1, -2, +1, 0. See this one, sodium 0 to +1, it changes to 0 to +1, so change in the oxidation number is what, 1. Increase in oxidation number, so it is oxidation. But in this case hydrogen, in case of hydrogen, +1 to 0, decrease in oxidation number, and that is known to be reduction. So second point, less active metal displaces hydrogen when it reacts with the steam. Less active metal means what? Like here it may be magnesium or aluminium. So less active metals can displace hydrogen. See, displaced. So we are getting this compound, isn't it? Let me check whether it is a redox reaction or not. Magnesium valence is oxidation number is 0. Hydrogen is +1, oxygen -2. Here it is +2. Here 0. Magnesium 0 to it turns into +2, increase in oxidation number, and it's known to be oxidation. As well as hydrogen +1 to it changes to 0, and that is known to be reduction. So this is another example for redox reactions. Third point is what? Certain metal does not displaces hydrogen when we add to the cold water. But remember one thing, instead of cold water, if I supply dilute acid, then it reacts. Okay, it reacts with the acid. So example is for zinc plus HCl. Zinc displaces hydrogen, and we are getting zinc chloride plus H2 gas. See this one, zinc in oxidation number 0, here +1, -1, and here is +2, -1 and 0. Zinc, you can see that zinc 0, 2, +2, isn't it? Increase in oxidation number. And here +1 to 0, decrease in oxidation number, and that is known to be reduction, and this is known to be oxidation. Fourth one, even certain metals are there like cadmium as well as tin. These are the metal does not react with water, but when we add acid to that, definitely this replaces hydrogens. So cadmium that reacts with dilute HCl, and we are getting cadmium chloride plus hydrogen gas, valency Cl2 2, okay, cadmium 02 plus 2, increase in oxidation number, so it is oxidation, plus 1 2 changes to 0, and that is going to be reduction. In case of fifth category, fifth one, like for example, it may be Ag means silver, or it may be Au gold. This kind of metals are least active metals. It does not replaces hydrogen. It does not replaces hydrogen even if we add acid to that. Applications of the redox reaction, first one is known to be titration. What do you mean by titration? It is the technique used to determine concentration of unknown solution by using indicator. We have to take standard solution in the burette. Standard solution means which consists of definite concentration as well as volume. Then we have to take sample with definite volume in the conical flask. Then by using indicator, at the end point the color in the conical flask changes. Hence, we can easily find out the concentration of unknown solution by using equation M1V1 equal to M2V2. This is the basic for titration. Same thing applies in case of redox reaction also. If in this titration both oxidation and reductions are taking place, then it is known to be redox titration. If you want to find out the concentration of iron in the ferrous ammonium sulfate solution, then we can use potassium permanganate titration. What we need to do in the burette, we have to take potassium permanganate which is having intense purple color. Then in the conical flask, we have to take ferrous ammonium sulfate solution with acid. We have to start the experiment. At the end point, the colorless conical flask changes to permanent pale pink color. We have to stop the experiment. This is the experimental procedure. But how it is redox reaction? If I give equation, you will definitely understand why we say redox reaction. In this titration, there is no use of external indicator because MnO4 acts as self indicator. The oxidation number on Mn changes from +5 to +2, therefore decrease in oxidation number, that is known to be reduction. Similarly, in case of iron, oxidation number changes from Fe2 to Fe3+, that is increase in oxidation number, therefore it is known to be oxidation process. Hence it is the combination of oxidation as well as reduction, therefore we say redox titration. Even we can observe redox reaction in case of dichromate ion as well as iodometric titration. In detail, you are going to learn about redox titration in your higher classes. The redox reaction is the basic for electrochemistry. You can see this particular picture. This is known to be Daniell cell. This is an example for galvanic cell. Galvanic cell converts chemical energy into electrical energy. There are two types of chemical reactions are taking place. One at the anode, that is zinc loses 2 electrons and forms Zn2+, that is known to be oxidation. At the cathode, Cu2+ ions gains 2 electrons and forms copper, and that is known to be reduction. Hence, this is an example for redox reaction. Dear student, you will learn in detail in second PUC. This is a quick summary on redox chapter. Redox reaction form an important class of reactions in which oxidation as well as reductions occur simultaneously. We discussed about redox reactions in terms of classical concept, electronic as well as oxidation number method. Then we learned certain rules to find out oxidation number. We balanced redox equations by oxidation number method as well as half equation method, also known to be ion electron method. Then I explained about the types of redox reactions and certain application of redox reactions. As you have observed in the above discussion, the concept of redox reaction has been evolving with time. That means this process of evolution is continuing. In fact, in the recent time, oxidation means the decrease in the electron density, as well as reduction means the increase in electron density around the atoms involved in the reactions.